The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and our featured author is passionate about creating stories that help children grow with confidence, courage, and resilience. Inspired by a real life childhood experiences, her writing uses warmth, humor, and imagination to turn everyday challenges into meaningful lessons for young readers and their families. Through relatable characters and positive messages, they remind us that every milestone is a chance to learn, laugh, and believe in ourselves. Let's welcome this gorgeous author of Danielle and the PP Monster and My Dog Storm, PG Taylor. Hi, Pat. Thank you for joining us here today. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I'm so excited about this because I believe you have two books with us right now, but we're actually going to feature more on your other book called Danielle and the PP Monster. And I would like to ask what inspired this book? It has a very unique title, by the way.
Well, the inspiration came from a problem that we were having with my oldest daughter. So she
Mm-hmm.
was bedwetting at the time, and it was very
Mm-hmm.
frustrating to her and to myself and my husband at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided to take a script from my mother, who was a
Mm-hmm.
master storyteller and always came up with stories to tell us when we were kids to
Uh-huh.
kind of make it less traumatic and
Uh-huh.
fun about the bedwetting. So
Mm-hmm.
Danielle and the Pee Pee Monster was born. The Pee Pee Monster became the nemesis that we
Uh-huh.
had to conquer.
Mm-hmm. And it's relatable as well, So I also see myself as a child in a bad way, wetting my bed when I was a child. Oh my god, this is embarrassing, but yeah. So and I love how you created, the PP monster, and you created it in a story in a fun childhood book in which other people, other children might be relating to, and they could also share this with their friends, and as they grow up, they can also share this story as well. Tell the tale of the PP monster to the next generation. It's so fun. And I just want to ask, for you, Pat, how common is bedwetting?
Oh, bedwetting is very common, and most children grow out of it on their
Mm-hmm.
own with no issues. And fun
Mm-hmm.
fact, bedwetting has a genetic trait. So if
Mm.
your one of your parents was a bedwetter, you have a 40% chance of
Mm.
having a bedwetter. If two of your parents were bedwetters, there's a 70% chance. So this is a pretty common phenomena, and most parents, if they have a bedwetter, they have their own childhood trauma that they have gone through
Mm-hmm.
with bedwetting. And so this is a
Mm-hmm.
fun way for both parents and children to realize this is common. Most
Mm-hmm.
children grow out of it without any intervention. And
Mm-hmm.
if they don't, then just talk to your physician.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I love that this is not just a fun way of telling a story about, the PP monster and bedwetting. It is also educational, by the way. I just learned that, it's 40% genetic. So during my childhood, it's not just my fault. So
Right, right.
I just learned that. So, what message do you hope young readers and their families take away from the story?
I really want young readers to just enjoy the process of being read to and listening to a story and going through the
Mm-hmm.
adventure of Danielle and the Pee Pee Monster. I just want them to uh, get a sense of um, belonging with parents reading to their children. It's a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
thing to read to your children at night. And most of my books are as much for the parents as the
Mm-hmm.
children, just as a bonding moment.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to ask, Pat, this just came into my mind right now. Um, what were the challenges when you were writing the story? Was it did you find something the challenges in creating the story, or was it just fast in creating it?
So honestly, it was fast in creating it. As when my daughter was young, this was an oral story that I told
Mm-hmm.
to her. That we my daughter is now I won't tell her age, but she
Uh-huh.
is a beautiful young lady, and
Mm-hmm.
so these were stories that all of my stories were stories that I told my children, or they
Mm-hmm.
were adventures that we had as a family growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an oral tradition in our family.
Mm-hmm.
And then during COVID, um, my husband wanted me to write them down. He's like, you really need to write these stories down. So during
Mm-hmm.
COVID, I wrote 5 books.
Wow.
And yes, just the stories that I had been telling my children, I wrote them down, and we published this first one
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, and now I'm in the process of publishing the other 4 books.
Wow. You know what? I love how all these moments, all the moments that you know, during the COVID, the things that you've told your kids, they're now immortalized. So it's not just, they're not just stories, there are real moments that you've actually just put in there. And it will actually go through generations now because you know your children, your grandchildren soon are actually going to have these stories as well. They can also tell them orally or have the book because it's already been published. So I'm so excited about that because that's
I am
such
too. I'm
a
very
precious
excited.
moment, you know, for them to tell each other the story that you created. And someday soon, they will also tell their own stories as well, create their own, have their own legacy as well. Just right after you, the originator of these stories, and your mother as well, who told you the stories about the PP monster as well, which inspired you a lot in this journey. So, are there any real life experiences that influenced this story?
Oh, absolutely. So for this particular story, the real life experience was my daughter having
Hmm.
bedwetting issues. But full disclosure, I was a bedwetter too. So I just wanted her to. I just remember, um, the embarrassment and the feeling, in the morning when the sheets were discovered that they were wet, and I didn't want her to feel the same way
Mm-hmm.
that I felt, when I was a child. So
Mm-hmm.
um, that's how I started telling, the story and trying to make it fun because I knew she would grow out of it. And
True.
yeah, yeah.
True. So I just noticed here a comment from Facebook from a commenter named Honey Smith. She said, "Thank you for addressing such an important topic with kindness and understanding." Yes, it's such a very important topic because a lot of people can actually relate to this. You know, so you know bedwetters and you know they can relate. I can relate to it. So and we also have from Isabel Robertson. She said agree. Sometimes the most meaningful books come from real life experiences. Yes, Isabel. Sometimes the most meaningful books actually come from real life experiences. And this is actually coming from a children's story, which is also based on real events. So I love this. So and we also have from Darren Silva saying, I love that this book encourages conversations without shame or embarrassment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you for your nice words, guys. You, our viewers out there. Thank you so much. I have another question for you, Pat. What other books can we expect from PG Taylor?
Well, the next book that is coming out is My Dog Storm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about a dog that we adopted from
Mm-hmm.
the animal shelter, and he was amazing. One of the things that happened, and this is what the story uh, surrounds, is we went on a trip to
Mm-hmm.
from Georgia to New York to see my parents, and when we were leaving, Storm got away because he was a dog that loved to run. He got
Oh.
away, And we had driven probably 15 miles away from my parents' house when he got out of the van. And we looked everywhere. We put flyers up everywhere. And hours later, because we didn't want to come home
Mm.
without him,
Mm-hmm.
my dad called up and said, "Guess who is sitting in my backyard?" So he found his way back to my dad's
On his
backyard. So
own.
on his own, and we talked a little bit. I researched it a little bit, and he'd never been there before, other than that
Mm-hmm.
visit, and he definitely hadn't been, from point
Wow.
A to Z. And dogs have a scent map, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the ways that they find their way back is from these scent maps that carry
Mm-hmm.
for miles, scents carry for miles, and so he found his way back to my dad's house. But he was my son's dog,
Mm-hmm.
and my son it my son was quiet, and Storm really brought out his personality.
Mm-hmm.
So my dog Storm is not just about that particular incident, but it's about the
Mm-hmm.
bond between my son
Mm-hmm.
and that particular dog.
You know what? I love I love 15 miles away and he found his way
He
back.
found his
Way
way
back
where he,
home.
yes, yes.
I love that
Reminds you of
story, you
Lassie,
know.
right?
Yeah,
And
it
this is
reminds
real
me of
life. This is
Lassie.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this is real life. The real life Lassie is Storm. So I love I love that story, you know. So I'm also excited that it's about the bond between the main character and Storm. So it also teaches lessons out there for the children, you know, the best lessons
Absolutely.
out there, the
It's
positive
about
ones.
confidence, self confidence. It's about reducing
Mm-hmm.
anxiety. Dogs, and particularly dogs, but animals can really um, provide a therapeutic
Mm-hmm.
effect on adults and children. And so it
Mm-hmm.
kind of brings out some of those um, um, themes also within the book.
Mm. Okay, so Pat, I'm going to give you your spotlight right now. Tell us where we can find your book, or if you have other projects, or if you want to promote your other books as well. The floor is yours.
So, Danielle and the Pee Pee Monster and My Dog Storm can be found at www.pgtaylorauthor.com. And I will be releasing a second edition of Danielle and the Pee Pee Monster on Danielle's birthday, August 8th. So by
Wow.
August 8th, both books should be out there, and perhaps one additional. Aaron loves to draw.
Hmm. Nice. It's August 8th and it's next month. So excited about that as well. So all right, so that's PG Taylor. Everybody get your copy of Danielle and the PP Monster and her other book as well, My Dog Storm, right there. So get them on our website. That's www.pgtaylorauthor.com. Once again, that's www.pgtaylorauthor.com. And her books will also be featured in the Readers Magnets booth that's coming September 12 and 13 at the book event in Chicago. It's going to be at South Dearborn Street in Chicago, Illinois. I'm so excited about this. If you want to get a copy as well, go ahead and check that out on www.pgtaylorauthor.com. And Pat, thank you so much for joining us here today at RM Hive. I have a great time with you and talking and learning about all
Thank
your
you so
stories as
much.
well.
Thank you so much for
And gu-
having me.
Yes. And guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, storyteller. This is your host, Revan. And as we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye for now. Stay awesome.